Welcome to Who Put This On, Season 9, Episode 16, where we watch Battle Camp, Season 1, Episode 1, and it sucks, but it was a good pump. I'm Chris Lorenz.
I haven't looked at myself in the mirror for 45 minutes. This is Brian.
So those are quotes from this week's show. But last week, we watched Polyfamily. We put a poll on Twitter and YouTube, and we got a whole mixed bag. We got a tie between top third and bottom third if we combine all the votes together. What does that mean?
That means some people are dumb. Top third.
I may have watched the next episode.
All right. Well, oh yeah, you liked it more.
I did like it more. Tell us what you thought about this show, Battle Camp, on YouTube or Twitter at Who Put This On. Brian, what show is Battle Camp?
Battle Camp is a Netflix reality competition series where contestants battle in a remote camp to win a cash prize of $250,000. The show features intense physical challenges, harsh punishments, and social gameplay with eliminations determined by a spinning wheel. The cast includes famous reality stars from various Netflix shows, and the competition tests endurance, strategy, and teamwork as players vie for survival at the title of the Battle Camp champion. That's Battle Camp on Netflix.
Thank you, Brian. So this is an interesting show. It's like they bring all these Netflix reality show nobodies. Like no one knows who any of these people are.
Hold up. Everybody knows Shuby. Don't you dare.
I know. Don't besmirch Shuby. He's the only one anyone knows.
I think I knew a few people, but not too many, yeah.
Like there's a couple people from shows you might know. Like there's some people from like Selling Sunset.
Yeah.
Or like the shows where like you actually get to know the people. But like no one knows the people from Squid Game.
No.
No one knows those people.
I didn't know that dude. And everybody's like, I'm watching out for him.
There's two people from Squid Game.
Oh.
And the people in those two people were like, watch out for the other one. So it was like, whatever. You know what? We should probably internet corner this guy. But the host is Taylor Owen.
Yeah, like Lawan or something like that.
Yeah, he kept pronouncing it weird, and I'm sorry, Taylor. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, I never heard of him before, but you know what? If Netflix is bringing somebody else into the cinematic universe, then...
But you think that they would pick somebody famous? Like, what's the point of having just generic guy be your host?
Yeah, I don't know. Damn it, I can't even find this dude.
You gotta check the IMDb for Battle Camp. I'm sure
Yeah,
he's on there.
That's what I'm doing, and like I do see like that he was on the League.
Oh, that's classic show.
Yeah, but it seems like he's done like announcements for like other stuff or like spectating like in UFC fights. I don't know. I think he's more of like a sports dude than like anything else. So yeah, I think this is like the first one where it's like he does like a lot of like he does a Bussin' with the Boys podcast, something on ESPN. Oh, he's done like assorted episodes and stuff like that. But yeah, he's mostly sports. So I think this is his debut.
I mean, being a host, that's a good job.
Yeah,
that's a good job. But you don't have the chance to win $250,000 like the winner of Battle Camp.
Well, only one person wins that, and he's still getting paid. So I think he wins.
To be clear, everyone gets paid.
Yeah, but like he's definitely getting paid way more.
Yeah, he gets paid way more than losers of the show for sure. But yeah, so what happens in the show is they've got 3 teams. They do like a challenge, and then the winners of the challenge are safe from elimination. And the bottom team is thrown on the wheel.
Ooh.
Which we'll talk about the wheel. And then there's like a punishment that goes on, and then people vote, and then somebody gets eliminated from the team, from the show.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of the show.
Which, when we get into that, like it's I've got a lot of thoughts on this elimination style.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that. But let's talk about the teams. So we've got the Eagles, made up of Tony from The Mole, Gabby, Lorenzo, and Lexi. Lorenzo is from Squid Game.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the team that got most of this airtime because Lexi, spoiler alert, gets eliminated.
No.
So, yeah. And Tony's like a big douche. He's like the douchiest person I've ever seen on reality TV.
He is pretty douchey. Lorenzo is kind of up there, but Tony's pretty douchey.
But he's outshadowed by the douchiest person I've ever seen.
For sure.
Isn't he the one that said something about the mirror?
I thought Lorenzo was, but I can't remember. Maybe it was... No, that was Tony.
Yeah. And then we got the Wolves. I didn't write down everyone in the Wolves, so go pound sand.
Yeah. I definitely missed one of the teams.
Teddy. My dog is in here.
And it's providing some feedback.
And then we've got the Bears, which is Shuby's team.
Yeah. I definitely called that out. I was like, what team is he on? I need him.
Like, were you rooting for the Bears then?
Yeah. I mean, I was definitely also voting for Shuby in the vote. I was like, how many people are going to vote him off? And nobody did.
Yeah, but like, okay, so what's his name comes in? Taylor comes in, and he's like, the theme of this show is unbeatable, unbreakable, unhateable. You know, some people are coming up with these. They're like, we need our outwit, outplay, outlast, monikers.
I'm all for that. Because that's like the fun of like summer camp a little bit, just like getting people pumped up and for like some of the silliest stuff.
It's true. Except you don't get eliminated from summer camp.
Yeah, you really don't, but you can.
Like, you could definitely be ostracized from summer camp for sure. But
they can bust your bitch ass home if you're being an asshole.
That is true. You can get yourself kicked out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's eliminated, though.
I think it's eliminated.
I don't think so. My dog is really interested in these mic things. He's trying to eat it.
He wants to get on the mic.
All right, yeah. So, what do you think's easier, unbeatable, unbreakable, or unhateable? Like, what's your ranking of those three things?
I would say unhateable is the easiest one. I think unbreakable is unbreakable is the hardest one. Because there's going to be some tough shit and you're going to be like, well, how do I like just mentally fortify myself and physically?
Well, like, so the unbeatable part is the challenge. So if you're not beaten, you don't get eliminated.
Right.
And then unbreakable is the punishment, which we'll get into. And then unhateable is the votes.
Yep.
I feel like unbeatable is probably the easiest.
Really? I mean, it depends on the challenge, I guess.
Like, I understand it's there's like a social aspect because you vote, but it's like, I don't know, that part of the game seems hard to me. It's like not to get any votes. Especially early on, it's like you could do anything and get votes, which we'll talk about, I guess.
Yeah, it's a delicate game to play at the beginning, but it gets easier as people know you.
Yeah. And then unbreakable, you don't necessarily have to be unbreakable because you're not always in the punishment. And I'd argue that winning that is not good, which we'll talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the challenge. So the challenge was a water relay. So they had like, I don't even remember all the things.
It was like cross a bridge.
Well, they had to swim to a bridge, and then it was like a rickety bridge.
Yeah.
And then there was some segment I don't remember. Then they had to do a math problem. And then they had to run like a kayak thing and to the end. And then raise a flag. So each segment you got a flag. Oh, the segment I didn't remember was they they had to lift up weights.
Oh yeah.
Which of,
Yeah.
So the
Yeah, with
team.
some rope.
So I think it was Tony's team, the Eagles, clearly won this challenge by minutes, but Lexi made a clear mistake by only giving Tony 2 flags instead of 3 flags. So Tony made it to the end. He only had 3 flags instead of 4, which means they lost.
Yeah, that's pretty disappointing. That's a pretty big mess up.
Yeah. It's a pretty big mess up, which I believe if I was Tony, I have no problem with him trying to get Lexi out of this game.
Yeah. I mean, then again, it's also like an easy mistake, but yeah, I don't know.
Like, it's at the beginning of the game. I have no problem with it. Would I do it? Probably not, because she's on my team.
Right.
I would probably vote off people not on my team.
Counterpoint, though, they're going to bring in new people, so that's like, oh, I can upgrade this.
Yeah, but they didn't know that.
Oh, no, they said at the beginning, right? That was like, hey, like, new people be brought in, but... or I don't know when they said that.
I don't know what they said when they, like... I don't know when they said it. My dog is trying to get in this, like, basket. And he's failing. And it's humorous. Anyway, so I don't even know who won. I didn't write it down.
It was won by the Wolves.
The Wolves. Not Shuby's team. So Shuby's up for voting. That's right. He was in the voting group.
Yep.
So the winning team gets to nominate 3 people to do a, did they call it punishment? Some sort of stamina punishment they had to do here. So these 3 people had to do a chair position and hold it as long as possible. The person that held it as long as possible wasn't put on the wheel.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah, and the person that held it the longest was Avery.
Yep. And then, I mean, I don't know if that, like, puts, like, any sort of, like, target on your back for this, because it's just, like, it's one thing, and it's so random. It's, like, it's a yoga position, and it's, like, very strong legs.
I agree, but the worst time to win it is the first week, because there's no way to put, like, anyone in a position to, like, think to vote out, really, without being mean. So it's just like, oh, well, she's a strong competitor. Let's vote for her.
Yep.
So it was like, she got, like, a lot of votes for winning. So it was half Lexi, half Avery people got voted for in this. And then the reason Lexi got a lot of votes was because Tony, the person on her team, voted for her. And then Tony lied to the other team saying that Lexi was going to vote for them or vote for a certain person. And then they're like, well, we're just going to vote Lexi then.
Yeah. Good play. He wanted her out. Good to go. All right. Yeah, so after they did all the punishment stuff, then it came to, like, then the wheel happened, and then it was like, well, Lexi got like 5 extra votes.
Lexi got 5. She had 7 total. And then Avery had like, I think 7 total too or something.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that she got a bunch too.
And then there was the 4 losers. And then so Lexi was part of the 4 losers. And then there was the 2 people that lost the punishment.
Yep.
So then we have Taylor. He spins the wheel. Ow. Sorry, my dog just bit me.
Oh. Yeah. So they spun the wheel, and of course they ended in a classic Netflix cliffhanger. And you got to watch the next episode for the results.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, again, Lexi, you gone.
Yeah. Okay. This elimination thing is frustrating to me because of the randomness, but it's also good because it, like, just all the stuff that, like, you can work for doesn't matter. There's a little bit of random chance that, like, you can be saved instead of just being screwed by your mistakes forever. So in this case, like a lot of people got a lot of votes. Obviously, like Lexi had like more chances, but so did Avery. And then she was kind of saved, and everybody else like, oh, it was just a little light, whatever. I'm guessing in a future episode we're going to see somebody with like just one vote get voted off, and it'll be so dramatic. It's like, oh my god, how could that happen?
Yeah, or like they only have their name up there once.
Yeah.
I mean, it is somewhat interesting, like, because it provides more drama about like who's on the like more opportunities for negativity because you got your name on the wheel. Like, you lose a challenge, your name's on the wheel, right?
Right. And then
then getting a vote. Like, everyone gets a vote, and one vote gets a name on the wheel. So, like, that's a real, like, every vote counts.
yep.
It really changes up, like, I appreciate it because it feels different than every other reality show we do because the elimination is different. Because, like, a lot of times it's like majority wins, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not majority wins here.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. There's still a chance for everybody.
Yeah, there's still, like, you're not, like, eliminated, which, by, like, getting the most votes, which, spoiler alert, the next episode, somebody gets, like, the majority of the votes, even from her own team.
Oh, man.
And she's so upset that she just, like, walks off. And then Taylor comes over and he's like, you're not eliminated yet. You're not eliminated yet. You could still not be eliminated. And then I'm going to spoil it. She gets eliminated. And it's like, it's so sad.
But yeah, odds are against you, but there's still hope. I would still hold out hope. I wouldn't just be like, I'm done.
I mean, your whole team voted for you. Like, who voted for you.
Yeah.
If the majority is for you.
And yeah, there's no coming back from that either. Like the
Yeah,
relationship
like,
would be
you're
damaged.
just like, I'd walk off anyway. I'm like, I don't care what the wheel says. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Oh. No, I'd probably be petty a little bit. Just be like, I'm gonna stick around. Try to change teams somehow. I don't know.
Just lose on purpose.
It's some summer camp stuff. You can be like really petty.
That's true. That's true. You could lose on purpose, you know?
Yeah.
And like the BS reasons she was voted off anyway. So anyway, the next episode was kind of interesting because I want to bring up the challenge and the punishment because I think it's relevant to this conversation. So the challenge was really lame. It was very lame. So they had this like giant tower and they put three of the team members were on the tower and one was in the back. And they would ask a question like, who is the hottest? Like, literally, this is a question.
What?
Who's the hottest? So the three people on the top have to decide who they think is the hottest. And then the one in the back has to pick who's the hottest. And if they align, they get a point. If they don't align, they lose a point. The first 1 to 3 points wins. So it's like the dating game or connections or like whatever. And it's like, this is the silliest fucking thing for this. After one day?
Yeah.
Like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah, of course. Like, why am I like trying to figure this stuff out now? I'm like, okay, like we all have to align on who's the hottest. Okay, how are we gonna do that?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like who's the best player on your team, or who's the best team player, or something. Like, it's just so silly. It's just so stupid. And like the only reason they did this is for the spectacle of like the person in the back picks like falls. So like. They're all standing out on a ledge and like that person falls. And then, like that was entertaining, but like the challenge was just so stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But you always have like one of those types of challenges, maybe, and that also doesn't feel very summer camp. Well, maybe it is a little summer campy.
But it's like the end of summer camp. It's not the beginning of summer camp.
Yeah, it's like, who do you think was the hottest?
But it was so silly. And then the punishment was like an ice bath, which was pretty good. It was like who could stay in the ice bath the longest. And then if you make it 5 minutes, then you have to put your head underwater.
Ooh.
And everyone made it 5 minutes. And obviously it's like you can't hold your breath for like ever. So
yeah,
these punishments are only supposed to last like 10 minutes or something.
There's probably like a little danger to like how long you stay in the ice bath too.
I know, yeah, for sure. It's not one of those Survivor challenges that can last hours. Like there's only so long you can last in the ice bath.
Yeah.
But like the challenges I want to see in the show are like the challenge. I want to see the challenge level challenges here. I don't want to see no pansy ass like fall from a tower challenge.
Dude, I can't have Shuby be dying.
I want to see Shuby in that hallway.
Oh my god. Oh, he'd be crushed.
But even like the first challenge, I'm like, oh, this is fine, I guess. Like relay race.
Well, that just reminds me of like Survivor style challenges. I'm okay with that. But it was definitely a lower quality than like Survivor challenges. And yeah, I think it makes sense for like just a bunch of random people in the Netflix reality universe.
Yeah, I mean, the budget for the show's not very high. The challenges are fine.
I gotta think they're paying something for this, like to keep people on the payroll for.
What do you think these people are doing, Brian? They're not doing anything.
Right.
You could pay them peanuts to be back on TV.
That's fine, but like, yeah, I guess like Shuby's got nothing going on.
Right? Like, Shuby wants to, like, capitalize on his fame. Like, this is it. TikTok and this.
Bingo.
Let's see. Do I have any other minutia? I feel like the wheel is an interesting segment. Like, it's all lit up. Like, the wheel's probably where they spend a lot of their budget. I feel
That'd be so sad if that was. It's just
like
a lit up wheel.
the budget was there. Like they have it like they kind of got like Vanna White level, like the like name lights up and everything. Yeah. Like the production value on the wheel is real high, and they got a lot of music involved. Like the music, I remember the music in the second episode more than the first episode. It was like epic. Like I'm just like. This literal woman is being berated essentially by everyone at summer camp, and you've got this epic music playing. It's like it's just so discordant with what I thought was happening that I felt was not good.
Oh my gosh!
So that's what the wheel segment was good. Production value was, and I thought it was odd that winning. So like, you win the punishment. There's no reward for winning the punishment other than you're not on the wheel. Like, you should not be able to be voted out if you win the punishment.
Yeah, I agree. Get some immunity going. I guess though, then it's like it weakens the. No, it doesn't weaken the winning of the challenge. I think it's just
like it adds an extra level of like who do you put in this punishment? Because then one of those people is going to win immunity.
Yep, and it's like if you really want to eliminate people, you would want to like put everybody in that challenge so that like they at least get like most people get like one vote.
Yeah. Whereas like now it's just like it feels like it's literally a punishment, and if you win, you kind of get more of a target on your back because you're a good competitor. Like it's not necessarily like that much of a target, but it's not nothing.
No. Yeah, that's a weird part of the punishment. And it's also just, punishment. I don't know. They can do more with that.
The other thing that's really weird in this show is that, like, okay, Lexi's eliminated. Did they add another person to the show? Like, what is that?
So I guess they didn't do that for the next episode.
No, they added another person.
Okay, great. Yeah, because you got to keep the teams even. Otherwise, like, how are you going to do a lot of these games and stuff?
Survivor does it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just got to design the like. It's just so I looked it up. I think there's like 18 competitors, and you start out with 12. So they add like 6 people. So how does the show end?
I don't
Like,
know.
how do you win 200? Is it like a challenge level where like they do some sort of epic gauntlet with everyone that's left?
Ooh, that'd be cool. Or eliminate whole teams.
Yeah, I'm just like, how does the show end if you just keep adding more people? And like,
Yeah.
why do I care? Like, why is there more people? I just don't get it.
Also, like, why would you not just keep trying to vote out the new people? Like, it's like you didn't fight for anything. Why should somebody who's like voted in or like brought in like a day ago keep going?
Yeah, exactly. Why am I going to vote for somebody on my team instead of this new person on the other team? Like, I don't know you. Get out of here.
Yeah. It's just silly, but they've always done this too. It's just like bringing people in, like same with the circle and everything. I found that irritating with the circle too when they would just like bring people in. And it's like you didn't build up these relationships. It's harder, but then also it's easier to stay under the radar if like there's a lot of drama happening.
I think the major failure for me in the show is letting people back in the show. Like, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's a totally fair thing.
Like, you got 12 people. Let's get it down. Let's do it. Let's have. Well, the problem is you have 12 people, right? So say you eliminate 6 of them,
Yeah,
right? So you're down to what? 2v2v2.
that's if it does it evenly too. Like you can't like shuffle around teams and stuff, and you don't want to be shuffled around in teams in summer camp.
I mean, that's fair. And then it like if I guess if you did eliminate people, like Alex's approach of eliminating Lexi because he thinks she's the weak link would be appropriate because you're not really punished; you're actually benefiting by having less people. Unless the lower people in the next challenges have to do like 4 people's work instead of 3, and then there's actually like, actual challenge design, maybe. So I don't know. Like, I don't know how to fix this show, but I like the wheel.
I mean, all right, we'll have to talk about that more in the ratings and stuff.
All right, who's the worst human being, and why is it? His name's Alex, right? I keep saying Alex.
Yeah. Or Alex.
No, Tony.
Tony.
When I say Alex, I meant Tony.
Yeah. He's a giant douche. It's fine. Like, there are a lot of people who are like giant douches. It feels like there are some people on here that are, I mean, should be still chill. What was it? Georgie was like still, she seems chill even though like she was on Too Hot to Handle. Nope. Like Lorenzo was just boastful. He'd be one of the only other ones. I don't know. Tony's a good pick.
I think he voted for the person on his team.
Yeah. He's a dick. Okay.
Right. I don't even need to bring in that he's a dick. He voted for somebody on his team. Makes him the worst human being, for sure. What are some good drinking rules for this one, Brian?
Drink every time camp is mentioned.
Okay.
Because people were real excited about this being summer camp.
Oh, man. Drink anytime somebody cries.
Ooh. Let's see. Finish your drink if you see a bus. Well, how do the people come in, like the new people?
I don't think it was a bus.
Oh.
But it might be. I don't know. I think you should have to like play along. You should pick a team, and if they lose, you drink, and then pick a person for the punishment.
Yep.
Ooh, here's a good one. If the wheel lands on a one person square where they only have like one, finish your drink.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Would this show be better as a Quibi or TikTok?
I don't think so. I think that they're like minus like the general reality show moments of like interaction. I think it was kind of tight time wise, but yeah, I don't think it would be better as a Quibi.
I think there's a better version of the show that's a Quibi. That's just the main challenge, and then like an elimination. Like cut it down to 2 challenges, the big challenge, and then like everyone does the punishment, and the person that fails the punishment is eliminated. And then that's the end of the Quibi. But that's a different show.
Yeah, I can see that because it just cuts out like so much that like I don't know. I don't think it would. I personally don't think it would work well, but that's all like you really kind of want to see in like most of these types of shows anyway.
Yeah. They like have to like really edit it to the drama to make you seem like to make you care. And I don't think the show does a very good job of that. Right?
Yeah.
Like there's just too many people too. 12 people to intro in one episode. That's like a couple people too many.
I kind of agree, but I think one of the things that does help here is that if you are invested in the Netflix reality universe,
no one is that invested.
Yeah, they are. That's like their bread and butter now.
But like, do you remember Vincenzo from like Squid Game? No.
Oh, no.
You don't know Vincenzo or Lorenzo or whoever the fuck that guy's name was. Like, no one knows that. Like, you might know the Selling Sunset people, or like, I get it when you're on the like Housewives shows. You've been watching Housewives for 10 seasons. Like, you know who that person is.
Yeah.
You watched 3 episodes with some guy from Squid Game. Like, you don't know who that person is.
No. Absolutely not. And I mean, even like molds, like you kind of know them, but like at the same time, you don't.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. What speed would Max watch the show if Max watched this show?
1.5x because that's the max Netflix lets you do.
Not his extension.
Right.
His extension allows for more. So I think you'd be watching this 1.8x speed.
Okay, that's a pretty good pick. I can tell you, I watched it at 1.5x.
All right. I guess we'll get to ratings. We do a stack ranking system between other reality shows where you have a top, middle, and bottom buckets. What do you got for me, Brian?
I think I'm going to put it at top of the middle because I think maybe like I'm jaded because I watched it faster and it was okay at that point. And I was also excited that like I recognized some of the people. I'm a little invested in the Netflix reality universe, but I think the concept, like I feel like there was another reality show that we also watched that was Summer Camp Isk, but yeah, like I would say that this gave me hope, but I'm also worried now that you said like episode 2. There's going to be more episodes. I can maybe just jump ahead to season or episode 3 and see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I'm going to go middle third. I think the wheel saves the show. If this was a generic vote someone off, I think it would be bad. But the wheel really provides extra gumption to the rest of the show. Like losing means something in every aspect. And I think that's good. I like the innovation of the wheel.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it in the middle for that reason. I do think the editing is a little poor. Like, I don't really care about any of the people. Like, I'm not rooting for anyone. And the only person I really would root for is Shuby because he was really good in The Circle.
Yeah.
He's, like, not even in the show, really. He's, like, he doesn't make any edits. Whereas, like, Tony, like, I feel like half the show is Tony.
I think that's a real thing about Shuby is that, like, Shuby was cool because he was so nice in, like, a show that was, like, about, like, deceit and stuff. This show... I don't know how much of that like deceit is going to be there, and niceness is not going to get you very far, except for not getting votes.
Yeah, you're just not going to get on the show.
Yeah, but he is a crowd favorite, and that's why they brought him in. We'll see how he does in the challenges.
Tell us what you thought about this show on YouTube, preferably, or Twitter, at Who Put This On. Brian, any shout-outs this week?
Andor, although I am not on season 2 yet, I'm on season 1, finishing that up. And Taskmaster is still kicking butt.
Jason Mantzoukas.
Yeah.
Talk about the league. Our boy Rafi is in our other favorite show of all time. The Taskmaster.
He definitely brings that good energy and is willing to fight back.
It is interesting to watch the show rooting for somebody. Like, I love Jason. I want him to win. And when he does pour in a challenge, you're like, oh man, Jason, what are you doing? But it's like, it's all about the comedy of it. So it's like, you were still funny.
Yeah.
Like this last episode he was trying to get on the roof as like his in some task, and he was disqualified because he didn't complete the task. But it was hilarious. It was so good. But I was like, Chase, but you need the points.
See, yeah, he's so much of a wild card, and that helps with being able to root for him immediately. I usually find somebody to root for like by the mid of the season, but yeah,
Usually I just let the comedy bask over me. Like I'm like rooting for like somebody because like their comedy is funny and not necessarily like I want them to win. It's like I want Jason to win. And my shout out this week is a little movie called Friendship. It's coming out this weekend. I don't know if it's a full release or a limited release, but it's a Tim Robinson joint, and it is hilarious. It is so funny. It's about him. He makes a friend, and then he does something silly, and the guy doesn't want to be friends with him anymore, and just like him dealing with that, and like his life is just so good. It's amazing. You should definitely go watch the movie. I mean, I'm sure it's not for everyone, so maybe, I don't know how to tell if it's for everyone or not, but I thought it was funny.
I mean, Tim Robinson, he's good.
He's good. All right, that's it for us this week. But next week we're going to be watching. Let me pull it up because I never.
Celebrity Bear Hunt, right?
Celebrity Bear Hunt on Netflix, season 1, episode 1, and that's it. We'll see you guys next time.
Sweet.